Hi, my name is Stephen Walsh. I'm Chief Executive of Keeper Solutions. I'm working with Sebastian and with the Human Bay program, and I was asked by Sebastian to say a few words to you about the international market for your skills, and particularly the situation in Ireland and the opportunities that might present you. So, I'm going to just give you a bit of context around my background and then talk about the kind of market situation in Ireland and the benefits of that to you if you choose to go and work there, and then just you know give you an idea about the process which you need to go through in order to find a good career opportunity in Ireland, and of course let you know how we can help you with that. So my own background is I hold an MBS in marketing and management with the University of Limerick. I spent the formative part of my career working in the core banking systems market with the world leader, Mises PLC, based out of Ireland, and developing their position in the international market, Eastern Europe, Central Asia, the Middle East, and Ireland and the UK. Later on in my career, I joined Perro Systems, and there I learned about outsourcing, application services, and offshoring, particularly to India. For about 5 years, I was the client executive managing a strategic relationship between Perro Systems and the Bank of Ireland, and over that time we delivered about 1,500 person days service. We had a team of about 70 software engineers at on site and a similar number in our offshore centre in Delhi. This later became Dell Services when it was acquired by Dell. So in 2011, I decided to go out on my own. I set up Keeper Solutions, which is an application services firm, and it's an Irish company, but we have a global perspective on global service delivery, application services, and offshoring. So since late 2011, we have been cooperating with Human Bay, and one of our initial engagements has been with a healthcare provider in Ireland, a company called Vitalagraph, and we put a 10-person team on site for a 6-month contract, basically in the west of Ireland, working on a clinical trials solution, and we have resourced that with half the team coming from Poland, the other half being resourced locally. It's a team of about half of them are .NET developers and the other half are quality assurance engineers. We're also working with other companies. We have contracts with Dell Services in Ireland and in the UK, and we're actively resourcing software engineers from the Polish market with Human Bay, and placing them mainly on contract assignments with companies such as Fidelity in Galway, HMH, which is an e-learning provider based in Dublin. Also Fexco, which is an Irish financial services multinational, and we're also working with Ericsson, and our market is expanding. We're mainly dealing with Java engineers, .NET developers, quality assurance engineers, some database developers on Oracle or SQL Server. So I think certainly the area we're working in would be relevant to what you guys are doing. So I suppose the question you might be asking yourselves is, why would I want to leave Poland and go working abroad? What are the benefits for me? So I suppose the first thing I'd say is that I think the experience of working in the international market outside your own country and maybe outside your own comfort zone will be good in terms of developing your early career experience. Certainly working in Ireland, you're going to be working through English, which I think is is the dominant language globally for IT. It's going to do a lot for you there. I think also in terms of your own personal adaptability to different situations, and your professionalism, it will give you an opportunity to, I think, enhance your future career prospects. So, what's the market like in Ireland? Certainly in Ireland, there has been an awful lot of foreign direct investment from the high tech sector, a lot of investment from the US, from Germany, from Asia. So there is a very high concentration of multinational firms who are engaged in software development in Ireland. We have, major investments by companies like Apple, IBM, Dell, Facebook, LinkedIn, Google have their EMEA headquarters there. So there's certainly a large number of multinationals there, and as with any of these high tech multinationals, they have certain operations based in certain locations, and Dublin and Ireland are an important link in their network. So I think if you have the opportunity to go working with firms like these in Ireland, it will expose you to obviously their processes and their procedures, but also the talent that they have within their own teams, technical talent, business talent, and also it'll give you an opportunity to experience global service delivery. So you're likely to be working with teams who are located in the US, in Europe, and also probably in places like India. And there's a skill set around that, which is, I think, increasingly important as the delivery of IT is getting more and more globalized. So I think that's a good opportunity for you to go for. In terms of what the market is looking for, there is certainly right now a shortage of 8,000 software engineers at this time. An awful lot of them are, they're looking for Java engineers and .NET, Oracle, and quality assurance engineers, and of course there's a whole range of kind of jobs that are open and trying to be filled right now in Ireland. I think that where we can mainly help you is to find contracting opportunities, so that you'll be looking at a 6 or 12-month contract, which would be through ourselves, and you'll be placed in, Dell or HMH or Fexco or Fidelity, companies like these, and that you would be in a part of a team. You would be working as a resource directed by the project manager, and what could you expect in terms of day rates? Well, I think that the kind of range, I suppose, would start in the low to mid 200s, and then depending on your skills and capabilities and experience level, and on the firm that you're dealing with, it goes into the 300s, the 400s, and beyond. But I do think that your focus should be on trying to find a company that is maybe developing in the technology or in the industry vertical that is of interest to you, rather than trying to focus on getting the maximum day rate that you can. I think that if you stay reasonable about what you need in terms of your day rate at this stage, it will open up more opportunities for you to to get into the areas that you want to be. I think that the process of becoming wealthy it's not an event that will take place over 6 months or a year, but rather it's a lifelong process. So I think that at the earlier stage of your career, particularly, that you should be looking to get the experience that you want in order to enable you to be where you want at a later stage in your career. I could certainly imagine that, having done a few years working in leading multinational firms, say in Ireland, in the UK, in in the US or elsewhere, that you would have very good prospects coming back home to Poland at a later stage. Um, so keep that in mind. Um, the process, well, you know we basically track requirements that we're getting from our clients in Ireland, and then through our resourcing operation in Poland, we track technical resources, engineers, people like yourselves who who are interested and actively seeking opportunities. So we try and match them up and try and make sure that there's a good technical fit in terms of the skills and the requirements, but that there's a good there's a good commercial fit, and then we're certainly we buy into the codility technical screening mechanism. We think that it's good to go through that process. I would encourage each of you to test your own core skills on the codility site, and we do present codility scores to our clients along with the CVs. Typically, you're talking about that type of initial screening. Then we present your CVs to the client. If the resourcing manager takes that to the technical leads, who will select the CVs that they think look good for their particular requirements, and then there's a telephone interview. So on that interview, it's important that you've got a good that you've got a good clear line, first of all, that you can be heard, and also that you can express yourself in English. You need to listen carefully to the questions that are being asked, and then respond directly to those questions, and ideally back them up with experience that you have. So that will help. Now, if you get through that, then you're likely to get an offer, and then you'll get an offer for 3, 6, or 12 months or whatever it is for a contract, and we'll put contracts in place with you, and you'll get a start date, and then it's just a question of coming over here, settling yourself in a few days beforehand, and joining the team. So I do think it's a great opportunity for you guys. I think what Seb is doing here with the Human Bay program is certainly something that can be a practical use to you guys, and if you're interested in internationalizing your careers, please do engage with Human Bay, engage with us, and we look forward to helping you plan and progress your careers successfully. Okay, thank you very much. Bye now.